I'm Caitlin Matson, and this is The Green Room. Maestro Yaniv Segal joins me from the Salina Symphony Orchestra. Their next concert is Saturday, this coming Saturday, March the 1st, at 7 o'clock in the Stiefel Theater. Hello, Yaniv.
Good afternoon, Caitlin. Great to see you.
It's always wonderful to have you on to talk about what's happening in Salina. Salina is such a vibrant arts town, just always impressive. And you have a wonderful concert coming up. Disney in concert, I think is pretty self-explanatory, but give us the general rundown anyway.
This particular show is called Once Upon a Time, and it takes us on a trip through a lot of the favorites and classics of the Disney movies and songs, from Cinderella and all the way to, I don't know, Frozen 2. You've got people, we have four amazing singers coming who will be singing the different parts. And there's group numbers, there's solo numbers. And you kind of, you go to see a Disney movie and you sing the songs and you don't realize maybe that they're actually all musicals. They're all film musicals. And the songs and the nature of the songs, but the quality of the songs is one of the reasons why the movies are so good.
Yeah, and I think all of us have an entire repertoire list of Disney movie musicals that we have memorized.
Yeah.
I mean, gosh, for me, one of my memories is of my little sister and I in the backyard singing the entirety of The Little Mermaid. I mean, line for
You
line.
like our show because we have a whole bunch of Little Mermaid hits as well. I actually haven't seen the new live version of it. I just remember the one that, gosh, did it come out in the late 80s or early 90s? That's when it came out, right?
It
It's
was a while ago.
Yeah,
It was maybe the late 80s.
yeah,
I was young.
yeah.
No, no.
We don't admit that we were.
Oh, right. Oh,
Yes,
that was long before I was born.
yes, of course, yes, clearly.
So what a spectacular concert, a lot of fun. So I have a couple of questions. The nerd in me really wants to know when it comes to renting orchestra parts, if you're renting something that is under copyright, composed and published after what, 1926 or something, something that's more modern and contemporary, maybe something that's more popular, like these Disney songs, is it more of a financial risk for you to program something like this?
So Disney is actually unique in their catalog, should I say. Uh, a lot of contemporary music, including Disney songs, are rentable or licensable for a concert. But unless you do a entire program that is officially sanctioned by Disney, you can, if you wanted to do one or two songs on, say, a pops concert or a classical concert, you're allowed to. Uh, you can't do more than that without it becoming an official Disney concert. So this is actually all Disney, and all of the material comes from their sanctioned arranger and organizer.
Wow.
And the four singers, Lisa Livesay, Andrew Johnson, Whitney Claire Kaufman, and Aaron Phillips, they've been, picked by by Disney because they're really stellar and excellent. And so they do this type of show all over the country.
Ah, see, I would have never have known that. That's fascinating. So you went straight to Disney to ask for permission to do a Disney concert, and you worked with them to choose what pieces were going to be on
Yeah,
it, or did
yep.
they hand you a program and say,
They
recommend this?
they have different options of programs with a different number of singers. We love that there are four singers for the variety and for the ensemble nature. They also come with projections. So we're going to have the screen up back, and some of the songs we're doing will be with the movie clips that are so familiar. Some of them are maybe an homage to Disney, and so there's going to be a slideshow or something like that. So that you can select what you want to do for your venue.
For tickets, you can go to your website, which is salinasymphony.org. This sort of event where it's so attractive for kids of all ages and families. And we know the Stiefel doesn't sit thousands of people. You would probably recommend people get their tickets now.
Yes, kids of all ages, including us.
Yes, including me.
We are over 90% sold already. And so if you want to bring your children and sit with them, it would be a great idea to take care of that really soon. There are still great seats available. As you mentioned, it's not a huge house. And one of the things we love about the Stiefel is that literally every seat is a great seat. You're close to the stage and it sounds amazing in there. But I would say, especially if you want to come with your family, go ahead and go to the website and get your tickets as soon as possible because uh, probably by Saturday they will be all gone.
We're going to be right back. We're going to talk more with Yaniv about the Salina Symphony Orchestra, in particular their upcoming Disney concert, Disney in concert, Once Upon a Time, which is this Saturday at 7 o'clock at the Stiefel. We'll be back. I am here with Maestro Yaniv Segal from the Salina Symphony. Once Upon a Time, Disney in Concert is this Saturday, March the 1st at 7 o'clock in the Stiefel Theater. This is an official Disney concert, we have learned, and so many details go into actually planning this. It's so fascinating to learn about. You've had a busy week, not only because of this concert, but you just had a fundraising gala, and there are a host of other things you've been rehearsing as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, so I'm here in Kansas for about 10 days. And first was the gala, so we had to rehearse for that and perform that. That was a wonderful outpouring of support and community this past Saturday. Just humbling for me and for our musicians. And then we started with rehearsing Disney the next day. And then the day after that, I started rehearsing with the choir at Kansas Wesleyan because in May we have Mozart Requiem coming up. And because I'm only in town sporadically, I wanted to get with them early in the process and say, here are the tempos, here are the things I'm listening for. And then immediately after the Disney concert, the day after that, we actually have a rehearsal for a concert that we have at the end of April. That'll be our out of the box kind of contemporary music concert. And there are several pieces on that. The concert is an homage to the contemporary ensemble Alarm Will Sound. And some of those pieces are really, really demanding and tricky. And of course, we'll be rehearsing in the week of, but I picked two or three of them that I wanted to get a head start on with the musicians. And this was the only time we could find to get it. So I'm here in town for about 10 days and rehearsing four different programs.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But that's the life. That's the life. You're
Yeah.
you're a music director. That's the life, and you probably wouldn't have it any other way, I imagine.
No, I love it. It keeps me on my toes, and it also kind of highlights the diversity and wealth of different music that we get to do here. You know, from Mozart to Disney to contemporary, and everything in between. So, as you mentioned at the beginning of this segment, this is a really an arts town, and I'm doing my best to spread the love.
Yeah, I'm in a constant state of amazement whenever I learn something new about the Salina art scene, and that includes the symphony, of course. So congratulations to be a huge part of that, and have a
Thank you.
wonderful concert,
Yep, it's
Disney
gonna
in
be a
concert
blast.
this
Yep.
Saturday, 7 o'clock. Um, get your tickets immediately, or else they'll sell out. It's so popular.
Yep, and for those who do come to pre-concert talks, I'll point out that for this one, I'm actually not doing one. So don't come early, and if you come early,
Don't come
enjoy some
early.
of the
There's
enjoy the
nothing new to
downtown
learn.
restaurants. Yeah, there's restaurants, there's bars, there's places to enjoy in Salina. So enjoy your early meal with your family, and then come have a great concert.
Have a fun week rehearsing this music. It's so fun.
Will do. Thank
We'll
you.
see you next time, Yaniv.